What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Candy J, your favorite certified clinical sexologist, relationship coach, and marriage boot camp coach. Guys, hello. Today is Tuesday, and if you've never been here before, then you don't know that I am a former teacher turned counselor coach, right? And one of the things that I'm really big on, not only in school, because I'm still an educator, right? Is reading, guys. Reading is fundamental. I used to hate the phrase, that if you want to hide something from someone, hide it in a book. And it actually was kind of racist because it was to a specific ethnic group, but we won't talk about that right now. But what are you reading? Let's talk about self care for just a second. If you are just joining me, my name is Candy Jackson. I am a certified clinical sexologist at the Dr. Rachel Institute, the American Colleges of Sexology. Um, I am a member of the American Counseling Association, the Marriage and Family Therapy Association. I'm a local marriage facilitator, a marriage boot camp coach, a premarital counselor, a wedding officiant, sex educator, relationship and intimacy coach, and of course the one that started it all, certified clinical sexologist. So I deal here with a lot of mental health, relationships, intimacy, sex. But today I'm talking about what are you reading, right? What are you reading? So many times, hey y'all, thanks for joining. And first of all, let me say this: drop what you're reading in the comments. I would love for you to drop what you're reading in the comments. Okay, that's number one. Second of all, guys, listen. Let's talk about self care for just a second. Um, I am very, very big on self care. I've talked about a lot of things that I've gone through in the past, right? And one of the biggest things that helped me and my clients is journaling, reading up on certain things, making sure that I go get my nails and toes done because that's my relaxation, getting a massage, going to the chiropractor because I've had two back surgeries. Like, what is your self care thing, right? And part of my self care is allowing myself to sit and read a book, right? And this month, I am determined to finish this book called Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. And it's about um, two grown children learning how to navigate through losing their mom and what they go through. And it's a work of fiction, but it's very real. The pandemic has, made us to where we have lost people, right? And who sometimes some of us have never thought about losing someone. This was the first time that we've ever lost somebody. And if you don't deal with grief very well, right? Or you don't know how to walk yourself through the stages of grief, then it can be a tumultuous time, right? And I always tell people that first of all, never, ever, ever let anybody else dictate how long you should grieve, right? Never. My father has been gone for now since 2016. Okay, he died 4 days before my birthday, and we buried him on my birthday. And that process for the first year was tumultuous, and every year it gets a little bit easier, right? But then you learn so much about yourself, and you learn that you have to take care of yourself, right? So with that being said, right, I transition to the sex part of this conversation. Okay, so we talked about a little bit about mental health, right, and self-care, right, and what are you doing for self-care, right, and making sure that you take care of yourself in some form or fashion. I dance, I sing, I go to church, I get massages. What do you do? Drop that in the comments for me. What do you do? Okay, some of my clients tend to give themselves a little self pleasure, right? Just a little bit. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that self pleasure. Self care and self pleasure go hand in hand. Okay. This particular book is on the Bedroom Candy line. If you don't know that I'm also a Bedroom Candy consultant, number 7021. And that's also how you can find me when you're purchasing something, right? But Tickle Your Fancy is a woman's guide. a woman's guide to sexual self pleasure. And though I'm not going to really read anything out of this for you, I am going to tell you some of the titles in the comments. I mean, some of the contents. There's 13 chapters, and one of the first ones talks about masturbation is healthy. There's nothing wrong with masturbation. I am a PK. And I can't tell you how many times that it was drilled into me that masturbation is unhealthy. It's not of God. You're going to go to hell. Blah blah blah. Lies. Okay, it's not true. Masturbation is actually very, very healthy, and there's so much shame, guilt, and fear around that, and a lot of it has to do. I don't know about other communities, but in the African American community, we are shamed for masturbation, right? But there's nothing wrong with it, and it actually helps you stay healthy. That's number one. Two, think about it. For some, it helps them stay out of toxic situations. Okay, I would rather you go home and play with a toy or play with yourself manually using these fingers, whatever you got to do, right? Than to go have sex with someone that's toxic and you shouldn't be in doing this, but you keep on shaming and guilting yourself into allowing this person to be a part of your life just because you want to get off, just because you're horny. No, you can take care of yourself and keep yourself out of trouble. Okay. And I talk to teenagers all of the time. I have done many seminars with teenagers. And one of the things about it is talking about healthy relationships and non toxic relationships and toxic relationships, right? And setting boundaries in place early and learning what a healthy relationship looks like. And if masturbation can keep you out of something that is going to allow you to be hit on, shamed, lower your self-esteem, come on. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. Okay? Hashtag it's me. Hashtag I know what you're talking about. Whatever you need to hashtag, okay? And this is a conversation that we don't have with our teens enough. We don't have with our children enough. And then we wind up with kids that are being abused in toxic relationships with low self-esteem, promiscuity, STIs, babies, all of these things when we can just have a conversation and show them the way. Okay. So, anyways, I got on my soapbox for just a second. But the titles in this is Masturbation is Healthy, the Female Anatomy, about the orgasm. So many people don't know how to have an orgasm or never had an orgasm. I have clientele that have made it to 50 and never had an orgasm ever. They only had sex to procreate and didn't know that it could be pleasurable. Yeah. Um, Getting ready for pleasure, fantasy and adult entertainment, lubrication. I cannot stress this enough. Wetter sex is better sex. Wetter sex is better sex. Wetter sex is better sex. Okay. Because when when you are having sex, you are creating small little micro tears in your vagina that opens you up to STIs and bacteria, and it's just not good vagina health. BV, bacterial vaginosis, all of these different kinds of things that you're opening yourself up to. If you just use a little bit of, I don't care if you have that tsunami, that WAP, as Cardi talked about, you need always to use lube, and we can talk about that another day. Clitoral stimulation, dildos and vaginal penetration, vibrators, G-spot play, anal play, water fun, and creative objects. Cleanliness and safety tips. I cannot express this enough. First of all, don't clean that vagina. The vagina is actually the hole, the canal that is the entrance of the penis, the flow of blood that comes out. That hole right there, that's the actual vagina. Everything else is the vulva, the labia majora, minora, all of these different things, the clitoris, the urethra, all of those different things need to stay clean, right? And if you're using the wrong soaps and and douches and all of these other things that are not healthy for your body, there's going to be a problem. And then you're going to be going to the OBGYN and trying to figure out what's going on. So, anyways, back to what we're reading. Tickle Your Fancy is actually something that I do a guided class with young women and older women, right? And it is worth the read. Even if you don't take the class, guys, this is worth the read. So it is definitely on the Bedroom Candy line. It's called Tickle Your Fancy. And listen, I have a Head Talks class that's coming up on March 14th. And if you don't know about self pleasure, that's a great class to take as well, because it's teaching people how to articulate themselves when you want someone to go down on you. Okay, so a lot of education happens. This is not about freaky stuff. This is about educating you so you can stay healthy and then you can be pleasurable. Okay, so if you have any questions, please DM me or send an email to Candy at Candyology CS, and I will be so happy to help you and assist you in your tickle your fancy and self pleasure, or helping you to find some other books to read, guys. That's on our education line. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, share, ring that bell, and come on back here. You know, I have great information coming out of these lives, so make sure you tune back in. Have a great and wonderful